Is there such a thing as being overly prepared? And I want to kind of shape that question a bit. Are there certain things that you don't need to have a handle on that actually might make you sound kind of creepy if you walked into the interviewer's office and knew too much about them, for example, or if you got too deep into, I don't know, things around revenue and growth, stuff that might set off some red flags for the interviewer. Is that a possibility, Sandra? I turn to you. What's your sense?
Well, first of all, you can never over prepare. What you say in an interview is another story. Sometimes you're just researching things so you know stuff. It doesn't mean you're going to talk about it or even bring it up. Um, I'm going to give you the example of researching the company versus researching the person. So you talk about, is it creepy to know too much about a person? Well, you may want to know about them just so you walk in and have a feeling, but you might not say to them, "Hey, I noticed that you went to a Dodger game, a year ago. I was at that game." That would be creepy. On the other hand, it might help for you to just know that this person is a Dodger fan. So maybe you'll cool it on your Go Sox or something like that. Um, so it's not necessarily over preparing. It's that you don't want to just talk about things that you research just for the sake of talking about them. Here's what you do want to research, and here's what you do want to let them know you know. Anything that has to do with the contribution to what that role is. For instance, if you're interviewing for a CEO role, I would suggest that you know every legal action that's been taken against them, everything that's public information, everything about the technology that they work with, just to have the knowledge base of. Maybe it comes up or maybe it doesn't in the conversation. But if the actual agenda of the role is to get the company from point A to point B, turn the company culture around. And there's been 2 lawsuits from employees that for maybe some harassment issues. Well, these are things that you might want to bring up and talk about because they're relevant to the role, not from the perspective of got you, or even worse, I just want to prove to you that I've done a bunch of research. That's about the worst thing that you can do. And I can tell you stories of people that got themselves deleted from the process just because they were spouting off information to look good about doing research. What you do want to bring up is how you might go about solving that problem
Mhm.
and say, look, I noticed this and this. Now, if we're looking to get here, what is it that you've already tried? What has happened? What do you think was the culprit in the beginning to get you there? And now all of a sudden you're having a business conversation. The goal of all of this is to have a business conversation and they see you as somebody that can help lead them to the point B that they're going for.
Mhm. Thank you.